here on the Tuesday afternoon of Mobile World Congress 2026. I'll be interviewing Druid and Tadhg Kenny, who's the global head of partnerships, and we'll be talking about the private networks market, what needs to happen to make it scale, where are we seeing traction, and what does a successful vendor ecosystem really look like. Tadhg, Druid obviously a market leader in the private network space, and I feel like those that are a part of the private network ecosystem have a similar question for leaders like yourselves, which is the private networks market starting to scale? Are we starting to get momentum behind adoption? And where we are seeing adoption, is it in specific verticals that are really building that momentum? Are there key stakeholder groups that are driving that demand and that traction?
We've been doing this for 25 years from the 2G days. It's been a journey. And absolutely, there are still lots of trials and proof of concepts going on today. But we really do see scale. And to the verticals that you ask about, we see scale in major utilities now, in countries where they need dedicated connectivity. I think the storms that we're seeing in the change in climate is also having a major effect and reminding people that they need resilience. They need resilience, they need security, with security blackouts, etc. as well. So in utilities, energy provision, mining, remote locations, and also for the agencies that protect the citizens in different countries. In Ireland now, we demonstrated in September roaming connectivity with Vodafone. And with Irish government's help, we were delivering solutions for the police there, for the search and rescue, for ambulance services. And these are all really important agencies that need connectivity. They could end up anywhere, probably in a remote location. That's where they're going to end up. And they need data connectivity. A lot of the use cases there is around situational awareness. So when they arrive now at an incident, they know what they need to do. They won't just turn up there and go, right, what's happening? Who do I need to find? Who do I need to help? They've got video footage, file, all the information they need is coming to them over our data networks now. And then our ability to connect to satellite, if that's available, or to connect to any mobile operator network in those environments, that has real scalability. And the more storms that we see, or wars kicking off, etc., all these kind of solutions are needed around this kind of uncertainty in the world that we see today. So yeah, absolutely, we see scale.
Perfect. So I think when we talk about scaling of the private networks market, the early deployments had tended to be big customer, single site. Are we starting to see more multi-site deployments coming out? And again, which verticals are really driving that multi-site deployment?
Maybe a warehouse here, a factory there at the start. But absolutely, we're starting to see multi-site now. Pharmaceuticals, they start with one and then they roll them out across the country or in different countries. Utilities are by nature multi-site environments. So our ability to be able to centralize and manage several, hundreds of private mobile networks, internationally or nationally, we're starting to see that now, and that architecture, we've had it for some years. We see it in utilities, in defense, in mining, anyone really that has a number of sites around the world. In Australia, 4 or 5 years ago, we had a partner centrally managing 2 different sites outside of like 300-400 kilometers from the Perth area, from a data center there. So we're seeing a lot of that now in various different verticals. Also in healthcare, let's not forget healthcare, elderly care, and hospitals. We've seen multiple site scenarios where they have a network operation center and they're delivering critical services to multiple care homes or multiple hospitals.
When we talk about scaling, I think a big part here is partnerships. So how important for Druid is building a partner ecosystem? And for private networks, what does a really strong partner ecosystem actually look like?
It's all about the ecosystem for us. No one company has the perfect application, maybe the perfect base station, the perfect core. So it's very important to be interoperable, to know everybody, the best in breed in all parts of the solution. And then it's so critical to have the right go-to-market partner, the right integrator that can bring that complete solution together and deliver the services that are required, in every country. So we've over 200 go-to-market partners in over 30 countries. And that's what we look for, really, is that ability to be able to deliver critical networks, robust networks, 24/7 support, because they all tend to be very critical use cases, So the ability for, as you said, the ecosystem, our product, and our partners that deliver that product, they're all really, really important.
So particularly in light of the Nokia announcement and the restructuring, I'm interested in your take. In the next 3 to 5 years, do you think we'll see more market fragmentation, more market consolidation around private networks? And for vendors that are playing in this space, what does success actually look like to help drive scale?
I think we're going to see both. You know, we've seen some consolidation this week. We've seen some fragmentation, as you say. And since you mentioned Nokia, like we've a great relationship with all of the RAN vendors, including Nokia. We have a live demo this year on the Nokia stand with KPN. So again, you know, it's really important to be able to interoperate with those guys. Yeah, it's hard to see without a crystal ball how it'll all go, but I think we're going to see both consolidation and fragmentation. In terms of what success looks like, I think it's all about patience. We've been doing this for 25 years, and I think working with the wider ecosystem to find the best in breed, of every part of the solution, and bringing those solutions together with the right partners and making sure the end user is happy, ultimately, that they don't feel like they're held for ransom in a 5 or a 10-year contract with some end-to-end solution. That they actually feel they have the right solution for them, they have the flexibility that they need, and they have the solution that they need. I think that's what success looks like. That's how we've grown. We've grown pretty rapidly. You know us a long time, and we've grown pretty rapidly, and that's what success looks like for us. And our relationships go right back. We have customers still with us, 25 years later.